One of the most discussed topics in football in the NFL right now is the draft, and talking about who's going to be that number one pick now that the Bears have traded Justin Fields to the Steelers. Lots of people are saying Caleb Williams, but a lot of people are leaving out other candidates such as Drake Maye. In this video, we're going to be comparing the two and seeing who should really be the first pick or who should be a bit lower. Let's start off with some 2023 season stats, starting with Drake Maye. He had 3,608 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. He played at North Carolina in the sophomore class, and he attended the NFL Combine and took part in the drills and whatnot. He also told teams that they should want to game plan with him. Now getting into Caleb Williams' stats, he had 3,633 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He played at USC, he is in the junior class, and didn't participate in the Combine activities and the drills. He said, "Teams can see my skills at pro days." Let's get into the pros and cons of drafting Caleb Williams. Some pros is that he's a Heisman winner. He is really good at throwing on the run, and he has a great throwing arm. And some cons about him is he's small for a quarterback, but we saw that in Bryce Young, and he was taken number 1 overall last year, so we'll see how that pans out for Caleb. He's also an aggressive passer, and fans see him as a cocky player, or a locker room curse. Now the pros and cons of drafting Drake Maye. Some pros is he has great accuracy and ball placement. He's a really good quarterback size of 6'4", and he's consistent under pressure. And some cons about him is he has somewhat poor snap reads of the defense, and he also threw some unneeded interceptions and waits with the ball for too long before passing sometimes. And if Drake was likely to get drafted, I would say if he's not chosen overall number 1, he would go to the Patriots. And for Caleb, I think the Bears are still going to take him number 1 overall anyway, so I think he's just going to go to the Bears. But if anything switches like that, if Drake Maye goes number 1, then I think Caleb would either go to the Pats or even the Vikings if the Pats pass on him. And my overall thoughts is that Drake Maye is better franchise looking for the Bears if he's drafted by the Bears. Caleb isn't shown to be more number 1 worthy than him in my eyes, but don't get me wrong, Caleb Williams has had amazing plays, and he's a great leader on the team. I think Caleb plays really similar to Justin Fields, who the Bears have just recently traded, but they did draft him to begin with. But in my opinion, if the Bears want a ready-to-be long-term quarterback, I feel like Maye, as of right now, is the answer. But pro days haven't really been happening yet so far, and I think we still have a lot more to see before we make a final decision. But as of right now, I think Drake Maye is being really slept on, and if he doesn't go number 1 overall, he might go number 2 or number 3. We can't forget about the Commanders, who are also looking for a quarterback, it seems like, and they also have the number 2 overall pick. So there's a lot that could still be happening and a lot that we might not know about right now. But for now, all I can say is that I think Drake and Caleb have a pretty equal shot at being chosen number 1 overall. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new for constant football content. We'll also be talking a little bit more about March Madness and the NBA, so stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.